Minnesota Vikings are set to start training camp for the 2020 season one time. And yeah, we don't even know if there's going to be a 90-man roster or an 80-man roster. But as rookies and quarterbacks start reporting today, we're going to take a new stab at the Vikings 53-man rooster as well as a 12-person practice squad, right? Meow. We'll see where the NFLPA, I could easily see them expanding the practice squad to 16. Well, they're going to do 16 in the future, but 16 this year, maybe 20 even. So, also, interesting caveat. So this year, two of the practice squad members can have unlimited just like eligibility, right? So generally, before players that have had 4 fewer seasons of accrued NFL experience could be on the practice squad. Now it's YOLO. Like you could actually put like Terrence Newman on the practice squad if you want. It's great. It's a good time. So go through the 53-man rooster as well as practice squad. So green roster, yellow practice squad, red ain't going to make it at this point. As well as we got 26 on offense, 24 on defense, and 3 specialists equals 53. You know that some jabroni right now is just like counting just to make sure that we're right. I think we're right. We might not be. I don't know. All right, so zooming in. Quarterback's pretty easy. Now, I think that they do carry 3 quarterbacks on the active roster this year just because of concerns with the Rona, as well as they keep Nate Stanley, the 7th-round pick out of Iowa, on the practice squad. So Cousins, Manning, Browning. I wish it was Manning. Mannion. I'll even take Coop Manning. Yeah, like the 17-year-old kid. We'll take him over Sean Mannion. Yeah. Running back. So pretty straightforward. So we got Dalvin, Madison, Boone, C.J. Ham at fullback. But, maybe not so straightforward because we got Amir Abdullah on the practice squad, and he's one of the 2 unlimited experience guys on the practice squad. You got Tony Brooks-James, 2019 UDFA out of Oregon. Doesn't make the cut this time around, as well as Jake Vargas, the UDFA fullback / tight end from North Carolina. He doesn't make it either. Wide receiver. So we got the Vikings carrying 5. You could actually almost see them carrying 4, pending what happens with Tajay Sharp. Like, if KJ Osborne shows, well, he's the prohibitive favorite for the return jobs, but if he shows that he can be a competent piece of the offense, I mean, with the Vikings running so much 2 tight end and being a run-first team, they could conceivably carry 4 wide receivers, but got 5 as of right now. Got Thielen, El Jefe, the boss, number 1. Justin Jefferson, the rookie wide receiver 2. BC, year 2, the former 7th-round pick out of Colorado State. Tajay Sharp, coming over from Tennessee. I think he's underrated. Also, he's sneaky tall. Do you know that he's 6'4"? He doesn't look 6'4", but man. As well as KJ Osborne. It's all about the U, baby. As the kick returner / wide receiver 5. Alexander Hollins. UDFA that they liked last year, coming out of Eastern Illinois. Now, he did have some regular season experience. He was on the 53-man roster. He even played in the wildcard game against the Saints. He makes the practice squad. Same thing with Courtney Davis. UDFA, Texas A&M, coming in. Probably would have been drafted a normal year, but on the practice squad. Guys that don't make it, Braylon Addison, the CFL star, Hamilton Tiger Cats, former, was it 2016 UDFA out of Oregon. Doesn't quite make the cut. Chad Beebe. It's so hard to say goodbye to my baby. I mean, just can't stay healthy. Can't do it. Dylan Mitchell, 7th-round pick last year out of Oregon. What's the deal with Oregon? They ain't making it. As well as Dan Chisena. Dan Chisena may not even make it to the training camp, where 6'3", huge, fast track star at Penn State. This isn't the year for experiments. As well as Davion Davis. This one hurts. My guy, 2019 UDFA from Sam Houston State. I think that he could have been in the punt return derby until they drafted Osborne, but also still, you never really know. All right, next up is moving up to tight end. Major production value going on right here. Actually, I'm good at zooming. All right, so tight end. I got Tyler Gronklin making, as well as Kyle Rudolph, Irv Smith Jr. going to bust out in year 2, as well as Brandon Dillon, the Marion Barbarian. Ooh, sneaky. Where the Vikings have traditionally carried 4 tight ends, minus last year when David Morgan was injured. But the Vikings have, throughout the Zimmer tenure, have carried 4 tight ends on the rooster. So, Nakia Griffin-Stewart, the UDFA out of Pitt, doesn't make the cut. O-line, so projected starting O-line left to right. I ain't happy about it, but it is what it is. Reef, Alfline, Bradbury, Drew Samia, as well as Brian O'Neill. Not so bad. And then I think that they would carry 5 backups this year, just because of the state of the offensive line, including 2 guys on the practice squad. So they got Olisimaka Udo, second-year man, 6th-round pick out of Elon. He can play some guard. I wouldn't be shocked if eventually he works his way into one of the guard spots, potentially, as well as he can play some backup right tackle as well. A big hitting Kyle Hinton. Big hitting Kyle Hinton. There you go. Nailed it. 7th-round pick out of Washburn, makes a squad. They're testing him out at center as well. He'll play tackle in college, but is going to be interior offensive lineman in the league. As their Cleveland 2nd-round pick out of Boise State, future left tackle of the Vikings, Rashad Hill, still doing the damn thing. Veteran swing backup tackle, still makes a roster. Dakota Dozier, I think that... what's his name? Oh, Dennison. Yeah. Dennison loves Dakota Dozier, holdover from the Jets years, bringing him over here to the Vikings. I think that he does get it done, does play some center as well, and can be a decent spot starter. Yeah. Also, practice squad. So Aviante Collins, again, tapping in. Actually, Aviante may have some practice squad eligibility left. It's possible, but he makes the practice squad, a swing backup offensive lineman. He get back up all 4 spots. Blake Brandell, the 6th-round pick out of Oregon State, potentially could be the future swing tackle once Rashad Hill gets the boot. Guys that don't make it. Jake Lucina, you love the story. Dad Corbin played for the Vikings for a hot second. St. Paul kid, Cream Durham Hall, Augustana, just like, it's not the year for UDFA. Same thing with Tyler Higbee, as well as Brett Jones. That one hurts. Honestly, if you want to put Brett Jones on the practice squad over Alviante, I wouldn't be mad. As well as Brady Aiello, the utility offensive lineman from Oregon, not getting it done this year. Next up, going over to the defensive side of the ball. So again, those 26 offensive players. Now we got 24 defensive players. So they're only carrying 9 defensive linemen this year. They carried 10 last year. The starting 4, you got Daniil Afadi, Michael Pierce at the nose, and Armand for Watts at 3-tech, the 6th-round pick coming out of Arkansas last year, who deserves some more time. And then the backup defensive lineman, a lot of young guns. So, well, I think Shamar Stephen makes it. I think that Andre Patterson will go to bat for him, even though he easily could be a cap casualty. I mean, you got to be pinching every single penny you got, especially if the 2021 cap doesn't go up. But Stephen makes it. Kenny Willekes, 7th-round pick, Michigan State, as well as the 2 4th-rounders, James Lynch from Baylor and DJ Wanham. I mean, DJ Wanham is really intriguing. Like, is he going to be the next Anthony Barr or Daniil Hunter? How about both? Coming out of South Carolina, plus Anthony Zettel, just the heart and hustle lunch pail dude, utility defensive lineman via San Francisco, formerly from the Lions, and then also formerly from Penn State. Also the Lions, confusingly enough. But yeah, he had 7.5 sacks as a left defensive end for Lions in 2017. So hopefully we can recapture a little bit of that magic. Also, practice squad, Herc, as well as Julio Johnson, the 4th-year man, former 3rd-round pick out of Iowa. Not making the squad, Stacy Keeley, the 9-foot-tall man, UAB, UDFA last year. David Moa, UDFA this year, Boise State, the nose tackle. Jalen Holmes. It's rough. It's rough. As well as Cheeseburger Eddie Yarbrough, who was signed late last season from Buffalo, not making it this year. Linebacker. So Karen 5, staying alive. Anthony DeBar, double nickels. Eric Kendricks, 54, the best off-ball linebacker in the NFL. Eric Wilson at the weak side linebacker spot on his restricted free agent tender this year. Ben Gideon, the former 4th-round pick from Michigan, 2017, playing out his rookie contract, decent special teams guy, as well as 4th-round pick Troy Dye, great coverage linebacker out of Oregon. I'm excited to see what he does long-term. And then making the practice squad, he got one. Blake Lynch, who linebacker, safety, cornerback, running back, wide receiver from Baylor. I mean, what else does he do? Is he the towel boy as well? I mean, huge athlete. I don't know where he fits in, but I'm intrigued to see what the Vikings are going to do with him. Not making the squad, DeMarquise Gates, who's the linebacker from the XFL. Cameron Smith, 2018, 5th-round pick from USC, not so much. He was the only draft pick out of, 2019 5th-round pick. He's the only draft pick of the 12 last year who did make the opening 53, which is as well as UDFA Jordan Fair. Hey on. Next up is I right, so cornerbacks carrying 6 on the opening 53, mainly because they don't know who's going to be good. All right, so you got Hughes, you got Holden Hill, of course. You have Jeff Gladney, the first-round pick, El Jefe coming out of TCU, Cameron Tiny Dantzler, third-round pick from Mississippi State, who I think probably has the higher ceiling between him and Gladney, but I'm excited about both of them. Also, you got Chris Boyd, 7th-round pick from Texas, making it. Also, remember, I got Harrison Hand as a safety, so just noting that. As well as Neville Clark, the UDFA from UCF, who they gave a $115,000 signing bonus. I think he sneaks on. They're going to keep Nate Metters on the practice squad. UDFA from UCLA had a big preseason last year. Not making it, Mark Fields, who the Vikings traded for at the beginning, right before the season last year. UDFA out of Clemson, who was catching on with the Chiefs. I wonder if he gets a ring. I mean, it was close. Marcus Sales, the CFL cornerback, he gone, as well as Kemen Hall. Safety. Keeping 4, as they always do with Zimmer. Harrison Smith, Anthony Harris, best safety duo in the NFL. Also got Josh Metellus, and also you got Harrison Hand, the 5th-round pick from Temple. Now, you could have Harrison Hand at cornerback. You can put Chris Boyd at safety. I think that there's going to be a lot of guys that have sort of a utility defensive back role. I mean, Brian Cole II, who we have on the practice squad, could be one of them as well. He probably is a safety. Probably is more of a strong safety, but also played slot cornerback in college, as well as Miles Dorn, the UDFA from North Carolina. Come on, raise up, making the practice squad specialist. Finally, having stability at the specialist spots. Bailey Colquitt cutting BCC, all up in this B. All right, so that's it. That is our look at the projection of the 53-man rooster as Minnesota Vikings set to start training camp. Man, I wish I had a hold of these graphics. I wish that I was actually good at these things. That's close enough. All right, so what are your thoughts on our thoughts of the 53-man roster projection as the Vikings descend upon TCO Performance Center Bar and Grill for training camp? Let us know in the comment section below. Skull, production value.